up? What up? My name is Kristen Marie, and you are tuned in to Inspired by the 90s podcast.
Let's do it.
I'm sitting down with my boy. I'm so glad to be back in the podcast space, and I'm so glad that we're able to collaborate on this. My boy,
Cartoon Connect. That's what everybody know me as, but my name is Brandon Reed, and I'm happy to be here. I've never been on a podcast like as a co-host, so I'm excited. I'm hyped.
No, literally, this is our younger year dream. Like, literally, this is more than we could imagine because podcasting wasn't quite a thing then. But this is the one. Like, this is our dream 50 list type thing.
Yeah,
like, this
sure.
is one of those things.
For sure. As kids, we always wanted to do something cool, and to see this set up and to see this, coming together, this is definitely it.
No, definitely. So we've established who we are. I feel like we need to talk about kind of like why this podcast exists or what we love, I guess, about the 90s.
Yeah.
I mean, we grew up in the 90s, in the early 2000s, like.
It's definitely my favorite era.
Yeah.
I don't think the early 2000s with the big T-shirts and the lean with it, rock with it was nice, but it's just something about the 90s. Like, it make me feel like a kid again.
Yeah, definitely. And we're like early 90s too, so like we got to really be like a kid in the 90s, and it's like we're the last generation with like no cell phone until we're like adults, pretty much. Not a real cell phone, like those little. That wasn't quite it.
A B C D E F like that.
and call me back because my minutes ain't free until you call or that. Call me back after 7. All of that was different.
They on the phone all day long.
Yes.
You had to pick up and then click over, your mom pick up. I need to use my phone. I don't know if y'all went through that, but
no, literally dial up internet with
Oh yeah, I couldn't turn that on in the daytime. My mom was gonna cuss me out. I gotta turn that on once she go to bed.
Man, like, it was a different era, and so I think it was definitely the best era. Like, we can't. It's unmatched. These kids don't have any idea.
And I feel like a lot of the new stuff that's happening is like very inspired by the 90s too. A lot of the new trends, a lot of different stuff that's going on. Songs are going viral, and a lot of this stuff is from
the fashion is coming back.
Yeah.
Like the new generation of kids, they wear the flared out bell bottom pants.
Yeah,
and I'm like, that was like, it was a thing, but when I look back, I'll be like, and that's what they be wearing, and I'm like, that's crazy.
Even like baggier clothes now.
Yeah.
Like, at one point in time, everybody was wearing skinny jeans, and their clothes was a little more tight fit. Nowadays, everybody got some baggy jeans on.
Yeah.
It's crazy how a lot of these things go into a cycle.
And when you think about too, even music is influenced by it. Like,
you hear a lot of samples.
Hip hop really came out heavy in the 90s. Like, that was really where hip hop got its like birth, I feel like, and really like. I mean, it's been longer than that, but that was the best era of like hip hop.
When I think about like some of the older like R&B and stuff that I listen to is like stuff that my mom played in the 90s. Even my kids, like my kids know all the words to Candy Rain. I just play it in the car. They know the words now. They ask me to put it on, but it's
and
a
even
90s
other things
song.
Like this year, I gave my kids like a 90s style Christmas. Like when we were over excessive with like the lights and like like we put the tree up and made cocoa, and I'm like, this is what I remember from when I was a kid. Like, like it wasn't this like commercialized, like materialistic Christmas. Like they was excited to do those Christmas activities.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think if we did like a bunch of different activities and stuff for Christmas. I don't think we did a lot of activities, but the night before we was always together. Like Christmas Eve, the fam came over. We had a good time. Once everybody went to sleep, I was probably finna try to see what my presents was and then put the tape back on it. Like, it was lit.
Definitely. So let's see. Okay, so we met probably when we were like, 10 years old? Man, if our 10-year-old self could see us now, what do you think they would think?
I'm gonna let you go first because I'm too excited to answer this.
I think if our 10-year-old self could see us now, like, in this vibe, in this area, I think it would be, they would be so proud. Yes. Like, and they would be like, this is the type of stuff that we talked about. Like, I remember growing up in 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, all we talked about was how we was going to be famous and we was going to do this. We was going to do that. It didn't matter what we was going to be famous for. We was going to be famous. And even the stuff that we did, like, we spent all our time trying to go viral before viral was even a thing. Like the internet wasn't even big, but we was like, what can we do to get noticed? Like, you know, like,
I don't even think YouTube had really took off that crazy yet. Maybe YouTube was just getting started when we was doing that, but we was still uploading on MySpace.
Yes, MySpace,
trying
Facebook,
to go viral on MySpace, and then, you know, we converted over to Facebook once everything got like that. But early on, we was trying to do that. I remember old music videos. I wouldn't say we created reality shows, but I mean, I guess we kind of would. We would vlog everything.
Yes, I was about to say, bro, I was vlogging. Like, I would make a video compilation at the end of every year and at the end of every summer, and it'd be like, this is the summer 2016 or not 2016, that was way off time-wise, but 2011, whatever. Like, you know, and I'd be like, this is that summer, and then I'd have like a whole video featuring like everybody and everything we did that summer. And vlogging wasn't even out yet. Like, I was so ahead of my time.
We was doing that.
If we had TikTok back then, the amount of followers we would have had, it would have been over with.
Yeah.
Because we was nonstop coming up with something crazy that we was doing.
Especially with how crazy our ideas was. Like,
no, literally.
Even to the fact that we've been doing this stuff, I think the craziest part about it is no matter how crazy your idea is or how crazy mine is, we're gonna make it happen.
No, literally. I remember you taught me how to, like, download a fake Photoshop program so that I could like edit pictures, because we was both broke, like we couldn't afford Photoshop. So like you was like, no, I got this plug, I'm gonna show you how to download it, and like we could do anything. We was HTML on our MySpace profiles, having coding, that decked out, like
mixtape covers,
photography, video. We was doing it, and we were doing it all ourselves the entire time. Like we were with it, like we were not playing. Like that was it was crazy.
It's crazy because I feel like our 10-year-old selves would be so hyped seeing this stuff.
No, literally,
like even just seeing the setup, like the way that it's set up, like my mind would be blown.
No,
10-year-old me would look at this and be like, you did what?
I don't know though, because I feel like 10-year-old me knew though.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this is all we talked about. Like, I feel like 10-year-old me would be like, hell yeah. Like, this is what we've been saying. Like, duh.
Like, you did it.
Yeah.
You did.
No, literally. I think, too, 10-year-old me would be like, why you be stressing? Because, like, you living in the dream of, like, 10-year-old me. Like, you know, like, literally, like, the stuff that we talked about doing is literally the stuff we're doing even further than what we could have imagined. So 10-year-old me would be like, oh, you tripping if you ever stress, because this is the dream. A lot of the
stress just comes from adult stuff now.
Yeah.
I think the stressing about the dream, I think the hardest part is it's hard to complete the dream when life is happening. Yeah. So I think a lot of times when we do get stressed, it's because we stressed about life and we don't have time to pour into our dream the way we want to.
No, literally. I don't have any time to create because all my energy is being used up to survive. No, that's going to piss me off. That's absolutely going to piss me off.
10-year-old me would be like, wouldn't even be able to handle all of this stuff. I'd be like, see, I got to take care of this and then do this and this. And then I still got to animate at the end of the day. Like,
or be like, and I can't make my video? Oh, no. Like, no, literally, 10-year-old me would be pissed. Kids who had kids. Like, yeah.
But I think ultimately they would be so proud because everything that we said we wanted to do, even if it's not the exact way, it's crazy. Like,
but I feel like even
them stories that we like, just everything that we've done. If we told those stories to our younger selves, they'd be like, "Bro, you are cool."
Yeah, no, literally though. But I think even like when I think about like you're like, "Oh, we didn't really make it in the ways that we said." I feel like we did though. Yeah. Like you knew it was gonna be something with art for you, and it was gonna be rapping. Bro, you even if you rapping with a puppet, it's folks commenting like, nah, bro, you can rap. Like, you know, like it's in the media form of the puppet, and our minds probably couldn't comprehend that then, but you be rapping.
That you know, like, that's a whole conversation in itself too, because I sit and I like watch a bunch of stuff online and I look around and I'm like, man, I really did some stuff with music. Like, I had multiple viral songs, multiple streams, made money off making music. Like, I used to be in my closet at my mom's crib trying to wrap circles around everything, and I just would have never, like, just to know, you know what I'm saying, how everything happened.
That's what I'm saying. And then for me, it was like, all I ever wanted to be was a talk show. And I was like, I'm going to be a talk show. So I was like, you're going to be a famous rapper. I'm going to interview you. I definitely got to interview you. And it's like, yeah,
and
podcasting.
And then interview rappers way more famous than me. We cannot pass that up. You interviewed me and then it went.
Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, no, literally, no.
It's people that you interviewed that performing at Super Bowls. Like, we cannot pass that up.
That's true. Nah, for real.
That's so cool, though. Like, just imagine you told your 10-year-old self that, like, hey, yeah.
No, for real. And 10-year-old self would be, I really feel like 10-year-old me was mad cocky and would be like, duh. Like, why would you think that wouldn't happen? And I'm like, dang. I need that confidence back now as an adult, honestly, because 10-year-old me didn't give a... I didn't care. And I was like, it's going to happen. And no one could tell me otherwise.
Yeah. Nowadays, it's difficult because of, like, I think just emotion. When you can't do the things that you want to do, you start, getting down on yourself. And then you be like, but it's still all, kind of came around. Sometimes you have your days. But I think we still have that confidence. It's just hard to have it every day.
I think in the grand scheme of things, too, like, we're doing great compared to like where we came from. Like, sure. Like we literally came from nothing. I think all in all, even as much life has happened to us, I think 10-year-old us would be like, absolutely. Like this is fire. This is fire.
Because we've done so much. Like, when you do a lot, your mind is like, it got to be bigger next time and better next time. And I think
we're both our own worst critic, for sure.
So sometimes when we think we're not doing good, in reality, we're probably really doing great. But
which is crazy because then the other one comes, like, I'm my own worst critic, and then here you come, no, that's fire, that's this and that. Then you like, I'm done shooting videos. I'm like, nah, forget that. That the next one has to be the one. Like, you need to do that. Do that next video. Like, and so like, we keep each other in line when it comes to that, for sure.
Nah, for real. That's definitely a story that we're going to have to tell on here because I done almost quit so many times. And she was like, man, you bet not.
No, literally. I think one thing that, like, I really wanted this episode to focus on was how, like, I feel like redefining yourself and, like, relearning yourself and coming into who you are as an adult is really getting back to who you were as a kid before the world got its hands on you. And I think that's like one of the key things that we need to talk about, because I feel like we just talked a lot about who we were as kids and what we thought like our 10-year-old selves would think about us now. But like, I mean, what else did we love? Like, what were we into at that age that we're still like, finding those elements now?
Almost a lot of the stuff that we do, like, I was so heavy into art back then, and I'm still doing art now. Literally everything that I'm doing now is stemming from the stuff that I used to love doing as a kid. Like, whenever I do a gaming video, it's like, man, I grew up playing video games, and I always wanted to, broadcast that music. Like, the fact that I was able to like do YouTube stuff is crazy in general, because I spent so much time watching YouTube.
Yeah.
So then to be on the platform and to go to like these different events and stuff, it's like crazy. All of this stuff I was doing, as a kid, we used to go to the library and watch YouTube videos. No, we didn't have Wi-Fi at the crib. Like,
yeah, no, definitely. We've been on all these things heavy. I think for me too, it's like I said, I always wanted to be a talk show host. So I've been interviewing people since I've been able to. I created a documentary when I went to college, interviewing one of my friends and things like that. Like, I've literally always been into these things, helping people. I now work in the nonprofit field. Like, like that was always like, there's like these little elements that you find like throughout the time. And then you're like, oh, wow, look at this, manifesting into my adulthood. I've always been a creative, too. So even, like, creating content, like, I'm not as heavy into it as you are. Like, that ain't my day. I mean, I guess it is my day job because I work in marketing. Like, so literally, like, it might not be my content, but I'm constantly creating content. And we've been creating content since before it was content. Like, literally,
before
which is crazy.
Before they even called it that, we was already doing this.
Before people was even getting paid for it, we was just doing it for the fun of it. Yeah, which is crazy.
And that's the main thing. Before it was even a platform to where it could be monetized, we just wanted to be on that platform because we enjoyed it. And that's the main thing about all of this. Like, That's why I think I was so excited to start this episode, because this is so fun.
Yeah. And I think this is us getting back to that era of creating content just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Even if 2 of y'all watch this podcast, I don't care, because we are having the time of our lives. Look at this set we built. Like, we've been at Goodwill and vintage events, like picking out 90s stuff. Like,
I won't say it was a long journey to get set up, but like we really prepared. Like we went to different events, like looking for things for the setup. We planned it out. Like it's crazy. Before this was just unfinished building, like literally unfinished basement, and then we put this together, and we had such a great time doing it, and we still having a great time, as you know.
And it's still going back to elements like from when we were a kid, like learning how to do stuff that we didn't know how to do. This was like literally like insulation and like pillars, and we learned how to drywall a basement so we could build this out. Like literally, this man didn't even know how to pick out paint. We literally went.
I had never picked paint before.
We picked out paint together, and we learned how to like basically build this whole set out like ourselves, which is literally nostalgia, because we've been learning how to do everything ourselves since way back when, which is crazy.
We always wanted that, like even when like in the time when I was really like heavy into creating music, I wanted to know how to do every aspect of it. Like I wanted to know how to record the music, master the music, finalize it. I wanted to learn how to shoot the music video, edit the music video. I wanted to know every single part of it, because it's like if you could do it all, then you good to go. You don't. I mean, of course, it's great to have a team, but if you know how to do every portion of it, then I don't know. I think that's fun to me, learning how to do everything that comes with it.
No, definitely. That just gave me an idea for like a game. Like, let's go through a few things, and we'll say if it's from being a 90s kid or is it a trauma response. Okay. So like even like how you were like, oh, basically you wanted to be a jack of all trades. Yeah. Do you think that's just from growing up in the 90s, or do you think that's a trauma response to like surviving adulthood?
That one's tough, because that's a little bit of both.
Yeah, I can see that.
As an adult, you always be like, you always got your main thing that you're doing, but then you always want side hustles, because it's like the main thing is cool, it's paying the bills, it's doing this, but like, what can I get into over here? Yeah. And I think it got to a point where I was just like, and I'm just so creative that it's hard not to do so many different side things. Yeah. So I don't know. I think that's a little bit of both.
Yeah, I could see that. I think for me, it stemmed back when I was a kid. Like, I feel like it's from being a 90s kid. And I think, too, part of it, this is going to sound a little wild. It might go over some people's heads. I think part of that is from being from the Midwest, too. Because when you think about us here, like, in the Midwest, out in L.A., and big city, Chicago, like, they can pass stuff off to, oh, there's 1,500 producers in Chicago. Or if you want to design fashion, you can walk somewhere and find you know, a seamstress in L.A. I don't know a single seamstress in this lifetime out here. There's nothing. There's straight cornfields. Like, there's literally nothing. And so, like, we have to learn how to do everything ourselves. Like, there's no option to have other people to do it. Like,
even like I'm trying to think like when it comes to like not even just music stuff. I'm trying to think like a lot of these big name buildings like Sony, the big name companies where people can go and pitch stuff and do stuff like that. Like, we don't have any of that around here. So you almost gotta make
everything work yourself. Literally, and I mean, maybe that does make it a trauma response. Like, welcome to the Midwest where there's nothing. You have to make it happen yourself. Like, literally.
Cornfields everywhere.
Okay, what about, this is kind of maybe in the same line. What about being hyper independent? Like, not asking for help.
That's 90s. Because
our parents used to just leave us.
Yeah. We was at the crib by ourselves.
Latchkey kid was like the term they would use.
They had to go to work. It wasn't nothing stopping them from
nobody.
Going to work.
Don't open this door.
Yeah.
Don't burn the house down.
And then once you get to the point where you can do some of that stuff, like cook and leave the crib, it's rules on that too. Don't go in and out of the house, lock that door.
Don't let nobody else in this house.
Yeah, you can cook, but don't do too much.
Yeah.
I think at some point I couldn't even use the stove. It was like, nah, you microwave.
Yeah, microwave something. That's about it. Don't do nothing else. No, literally.
Yeah, people ask me why I put my noodles in the microwave. It's because when my mama was at work, I'm not turning
That's
the stove
crazy.
on. They
The
going
funny
in the
part
microwave
is,
for 4 minutes.
my kids be asking me to make them in the microwave. Like, the stove takes too long. I'm like, I low-key don't know how to make them in the microwave. I've never made them in the microwave. I feel like they taste nasty in the microwave. But actually, they taste nasty, period, to me. But when I was a kid, I don't know, they tasted better from the stove. Maybe I'm just different.
I think I just got used to the microwave.
Yeah, your mom wouldn't let you use the stove.
4
That's because
minutes?
you're a boy. Boys are irresponsible. You got it. Y'all take a little longer to mature. Your mom was like, no, you're using the microwave. Yeah.
I think back then I used to put them on 6 minutes, so they was a little more soggy. Nowadays I need a little more bite to it. So
I'm
going 4 minutes.
That's crazy. Okay, what about laughing when you're uncomfortable? Is that from being a 90s kid, or is that a trauma response? I do that. I have a real bad nervous laugh.
Everything, like when I start getting nervous, I get to.
The funny part is it's not even the bad part. Okay, I think that's being a 90s kid, because actually everything is funny to me, whether I'm nervous. Yeah. Whether it's dark humor,
Something
like it's all,
I'm not trying to purposely just
funny.
laugh, but like I'm trying to laugh so that I don't feel like.
No, I'm just laughing, period. Like, it don't matter if it's funny or not. Like, I'm just gonna laugh. Like, I don't know why. Yeah. I just have to laugh at everything. Like,
you gotta laugh first, and then you gotta assess the
situation. Even if I'm the one getting hurt, like, I'm laughing to keep from crying. You know what? Let's make some jokes about it so it's not as bad. Yeah. Like, that's how I don't know. That's just how I heal. Maybe that's the 90s kids in me. Maybe that's a trauma response. I don't know.
That could be a little bit of both.
Okay, what about needing alone time after social events?
I don't know, cause that's me. I'm not a huge like social person, and you would think like being on YouTube and going to these events. I remember one time it was one of the hypest YouTube events that I'd ever been to, and I left because there was so much going on. I got overwhelmed, and I was like, I just need to go be at the hotel by myself. This might be a little too much for me. I had met some of the biggest YouTubers that day. I met RDC World that day. He asked me Mark Phillips asked me why I was leaving, and I was like, I got to get back to work.
Get back to work is crazy.
It was like
on vacation. On vacation, get back to work on vacation. I was just crazy.
I had walked in. I think I had walked in the event, and my bad, not to go completely out, but I walked into the event and I seen so many famous YouTubers that like had millions and millions of subs that I was like, I got freaked out because it was the first time I ever been there.
I wonder if you had like imposter syndrome and you felt like you wasn't supposed to be there, and that was the reason why you got like freaked out.
Happy to be there, and I was like, because I think part of me, I'm just a kid from the Midwest. Like I never even thought I would have followers, so I think that it kind of got me. I sat there, I looked around, was like, these are all the people I watch. I'm leaving.
But then whole time you're somebody that other people are watching, and now they're like, oh, he leaving. You done left. You could have been somebody else's dream there, and you done cut out and went back. I gotta get back to work.
But in the moment,
this is work.
I was thrown off. Like I didn't know how to handle it. It was the first time I had ever, So that's me. Whenever I go to a social event, I gotta go home and just sit there for a minute hilarious.
Afterwards. I think that has to be a trauma response, and I'm not super bad on that. Like I know other people that are like they get so tapped out on being social. I think that's a trauma response. Yeah. I'm not super big on that one though. I'm okay. I've always been an extrovert my entire life. Like I'm the one that if you introverted and you friends with me, you gonna be like, Kristen dragging me to some bullshit. Cause that's just how I'm gonna be. So like I'm okay at social events. I will say talking to my friends a little too much sometimes. So like if too many people call in the same day, I might stop answering the phone. But like
I can feel that. Once your phone and blew up a little bit, you be like, man, it's not that I don't want to talk to you. I just got to call you back in a little while after I get a break.
No, literally.
I'd have been on the phone too much today.
What about staying in jobs too long because of security? Ooh, I don't know that's our generation. I feel like our generation be quick to leave. Let a job piss me off. I'm on Indeed at my desk.
Yeah. No, when I first tried to leave Logo Boys, I was like that for a second.
Yeah, just because you was definitely.
I was thinking about social media, and I was like, man, what if like something happens, like, and then I don't got nothing to fall back on. So like in that moment, I was kind of nervous to leave my job, but nowadays,
Yeah.
I don't think that really apply to us. We just be like, yeah, this ain't working.
We're not as bad. We're not as bad as Gen Z and them though. They like they'll walk into a job, if y'all don't got a Keurig, they leaving.
Cooked.
Like they like, nah, we good. We'll stay for a little bit, but just know if you piss me off, I'm going to be on Indeed at my desk. Yeah. Like, and then I'm looking for the next opportunity. This job that I'm at now is the longest that I've been at any job ever in this lifetime.
How long have you been there?
4 years. That is the longest I've been at a job. I don't do that. Y'all ain't finna.
I don't know if I've ever been at a job that long.
Yeah, staying at a job too long is crazy.
I worked at Kroger for 3 years, maybe.
I feel like you was at Kroger for a lifetime, though.
I started when I was 17.
I say at 17, though, staying at a job for 3 years 18, is long.
19, 20, yeah, about 3 years.
I have one friend that's only had like 3 jobs ever. Like she's on like her third like job. Like she worked her way up from like a CNA to like a nurse, and then
that
like
makes sense though.
But still, she worked at McDonald's and then she worked at the hospital, and then like now she's still a nurse, but she's like somewhere else. But like that's her third job. Then I got another friend that's on her like 50th job. Like she worked at FedEx for a day. Like, you know what I'm saying?
She knew that wasn't for her.
Like it's she went in, she left on the lunch break. She didn't even stay the whole day. I think she worked there for 3 hours.
Have you ever left a job like that?
No.
I never did that either.
I'm a Virgo. We don't do stuff like that.
I did go to a job, though. I went through the training. The training was a week long. I got in there the first week, and I was like, you know what? The money's good. Like this, man. By that second day, I kept messing them parts up, and they ain't never seen me.
You was like, this factory life is not for me. Let me go ahead and go design something. Let me get back on the computer because this is not.
I was at Kroger before the factory. Yeah. When I left
you went back to Kroger?
No, I went to Martin's. I went back to what I knew.
Not you went back to the competitor is crazy. I'm just gonna go work at another grocery store, not this one. That's crazy. Okay, what about saying yes to everything? Is that being a 90s kid, or is that a trauma response?
I don't know. I used to do that. Nowadays, I'm over that now. I'm over that now. But
so maybe it was from being a 90s kid.
I definitely used to be that person. Be like, yeah. Nowadays, I'll be like,
y'all ain't finna have me burnt out.
Yeah.
I say no to the kids. I say no to my friends. I say no.
I've definitely learned to be like, I don't want to do that anymore.
And that's the thing. I think people need to normalize, like, not having a reason to say no.
Yeah.
Like, I can just say no if I don't want to watch your kids.
I used to feel like I had to explain to people, like, I gotta.
Yeah.
And nowadays, I'm just like, it's bad. This is what I do. I just don't respond. So
that's even worse. That low key is worse. At least just tell them no. Like, not responding is crazy. But that's a trauma response.
They know at that point. But nowadays,
now they know never to hit you up again.
I'm a lot better though. I'm a lot better at it now. I just be like, nah, I'm cool.
I'm good.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, no, I just be like, no, that's okay.
Yeah,
I don't think that'll work for me today. Like,
I think the thing that used to get me is people's responses. Like, because, like, you would tell somebody you don't want to do something. Sometimes that don't sit right with them.
Yeah. And no, literally.
Like, they try to tell you why you should have done it.
Or they guilt trip you.
Yeah.
Some lady was like, I'm sorry I had to, at work, she was like, I'm sorry I had to work 2 jobs to take care of my son. You were over income. I don't know what you want me to. There's nothing I can do about that. Like, literally, like, you're just.
Yeah.
Quit your second job then. Like, I don't know. What do you want me to do? Like.
There's nothing I can. Why are you telling me that?
Yeah, like the rules are the rules. There's nothing. I'm sorry you had to work 2 jobs too. Really I have 2 jobs also. Like, what are you talking about?
I could go down the line of all the stuff that's bothering me.
Like, huh?
I never understood that. That's one thing. That's like a huge pet peeve for me. Like, if somebody be like, I don't want to do something, that people guilt trip them.
Yeah.
I can't stand that. It makes me angry.
Now I definitely don't want to do it. Yeah, I might have considered it, but now that you're trying to force me to do it, now I'm saying no just off the strength of that. Yeah. And I'm saying no next time too because you made me mad.
I have a problem with that, so now I have to overdo not doing it.
Yeah.
Because now I got to show you that I really don't want to do that.
Yeah.
That's
no,
crazy.
definitely.
That's probably a trauma response for sure. I shouldn't be like that.
A little bit, yeah. Whoa, over communicating because you fear being misunderstood. Ooh, I feel like that could be a mix, but I could definitely see that being a 90s kid thing. Because I feel like our generation was a little misunderstood. Our parents definitely didn't get us.
Yeah, no, for sure. I wonder if it's like that with every generation. Sometimes I wonder that. Like, how we feel like we was misunderstood to our parents. I wonder if, like, our kids feel like that.
I don't know though, but we had our kids kind of young though. Cause I asked my son today, I was like, do you wish you didn't have young parents? And then he was like, nah, really, cause y'all discipline me better. And like me and him went to Dave and Buster's. Like he had a doctor's appointment and went to Dave and Buster's after. Like, and like we're literally running around like playing against each other in a basketball game. Like we're at an arcade instead of me being at work. Like, And I feel like if I was 50 years old, I would have been like, I need to get home and knit and cook dinner. Like, and I was just like, whatever.
My kids say that too. They'd be like, you guys are like the youngest parents in the school. I'm like, really?
No, literally. Like, dang, we in our 30s, bro. I mean,
I guess we did have kids kind of young.
Yeah.
But I didn't think we was the only ones.
Those kids must go to a different school. Cause I mean, my kids are in private school, so I can see why. But it'd be like that sometimes.
You're like some of the youngest parents. I'm like, dang.
That is crazy. Yeah. That was interesting to like do that game and kind of see like what we think was like a trauma response and what came from just like us being kids. And I don't know though. It's amazing to see the fact that we've been friends since we were like literally like young kids, and we've pretty much grown up together like siblings. And so it's crazy to think that we haven't collabed like this on some project, especially with us both being like creatives. I mean, we've done like, I've helped you do videos, like, like we've painted murals together and things like that.
We've always been a part of each other's projects, but it's never been like a clear, like, collaborative thing. But we've always been there. But
it's kind of like when one of us has an idea, the other one's like, oh, yeah, like, let's do it. And it's always been like that. But there's never been a joint, like, idea together. Like, you know what? Like, this is fire.
It's funny because I think it's really just because we always been so, like, whenever you got an idea, I'm 100% behind it. Like, and I don't want it to be about me because I want to help you get to where you want to go, and I'm sure it's the other way. So I think that's why we never really just sat down and did that, because I've always been like, whenever you wanted to do something, I always be in the back. Like even when we would go do interviews, I don't want to talk about me. I don't tell them, oh, I do this, unless
you'd be like, I make videos. I'd be like, he's being mad humble, bro. Like he has 1 million subs. Like don't let him fool you. Like,
I always try to step back because I want to see you shine.
No,
and it's
definitely.
Always the same way, when I do stuff. So I think that's like a part of it. But it's always good to have friends like that. That's because a lot of times when people take off, it's like you see the people that's there with them, and people don't always feel like they want the spotlight. That sometimes they just want to see their friend make it. Yeah,
and I think it's nice too to have a friend that you can a friend that's also like at the same time so wrapped up in their own stuff that they don't have time. Not they don't have time to hate, but like we always talked, I feel like, about like sometimes it's like, dang, it's hard to tell, not specific people, but it's hard to talk to everybody else about what I got going on because it sounds like I'm bragging. Yeah. Like, but it's like if I call you and I'm like, yo, Russell hit me up for an interview, you're going to be exactly as hype as I am, while other people would be like, why he call you? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, how did he find you? And it's like, can you just be happy for me? But you, you've always been happy for me. Same thing. Like, you like, bro, I'm about to hit 100K. I'm like, when we shooting a video for it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's literally like.
We got to insert that video. Because she planned a whole, 100K reenactment. Because when I think I did hit no, it was the million. The million subscribers.
Oh, yeah.
When I hit 1 million, I was at work or something. So I couldn't really,
and we planned like a little party thing.
That was cool. That was good. I remember that clip, and I'll never forget that clip because that's one of my favorite clips.
I was saying we watched me and you watched you get 100K though. Like we literally sat there and watched it happen, which was mad that's dope. Crazy. And we look so young in that clip. Like we're literally kids at that point. Like that was probably 23? Yeah, no, gotta be. That was a long time ago.
That's 10 years ago.
Yeah, we both only had 1 kid. Maybe you had 2, but that was a long time ago. Yeah, that was forever ago. That's crazy.
Wow.
It's been a long time coming. But I think why now? Why would we pick now to collaborate on something like this? I feel like maybe we needed to grow into who we were a little bit, and then now I feel like it's better too because now we really got some shit to say. You know what I'm saying?
We've been through some things, so it's now we can. And it gave us more time. My bad. I wanted to wait until I got done because I didn't know if that was gonna be loud. I think it also gave us more time to learn, grow, and the 90s is longer away now. I think if we would have tried to do this 10 years ago, it might not have hit the same. and reminiscing on those times. And I think with us being a millennial, we can connect to other millennials and really, be a space where they can come and kind of just, reminisce and vibe off the same things that we going through, because we all around the same age.
Yeah, I think I agree. Like, now the 90s is so long ago that, like, the new generation, like our kids, are having that as like a dress up day at school. Yeah. Like, that's my crazy. Daughter said I need to dress like the 90s. I was like, that's diabolical. Like, that's crazy. Why is my generation like old long enough ago that you think like there's clothes to be found that are not still clothes to wear now? Is crazy. Like, what the heck? And even then, like, the things that we've been through and like the things we can relate to, like 10 years ago, we didn't even know who we were. Yeah. Like, like.
Yeah, that's the craziest part. Sometimes it takes you. I feel like sometimes too, it take you a while to really figure out who you are. And you got to go through a lot of stuff to get to that. And man, 10 years ago, I don't think I was in that space. I think YouTube and stuff was like just getting ready to take off, and I think if everything was to happen the way it happened 10 years ago now, I would even interpret it a lot differently because of everything that I went through. I think I was just young and having a good time back then, and I don't think I was even able to sit down and focus on anything because I was doing so much. But now I've been through so many things, and I think it's like the perfect time because I don't know. I feel like I've grown a lot since then.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I definitely think that like just we have so much more to say now, so much more to teach. Like, we can inspire other people, and it's so much more relatable. Like, we're at a time where people in our generation, we're all like kind of reinventing ourselves, because really when you're in your 20s, like,
you think you know what's going on and you think you're getting close to it, and you're
don't.
Probably not.
Yeah, like that's really like your fun, not necessarily your fun years, because you're really trying to figure it out, but that's when you figure it out. And then when you get in your 30s is when you really get to put that into practice and like really be who you are supposed to be, which is like, it kind of goes with our theme that we're like talking about today, which is like, who were you before the world got their hands on you? And so like, it's really about getting back to those things you loved as a kid and like finding joy in like the simple things. And like, that's what I've like learned the most and noticed the most about my 30s and other people around me too. Like, I'm like, dang, like everything that we're into now is stuff that we were probably into before. And like, now we're in that era of like really enjoying it.
Yeah.
Like, I think the main point we're trying to get across is that the reason we chose now to do this podcast is because we didn't change. We adapted.
Yeah.
In our teenage years, we had the energy, and in our 20s,
we was really trying to figure it out in our 20s. I think.
Yeah.
We had kind of early 20s. We had our kids. I think it was really trying to figure out how to be parents and be grown and take care of kids. And I think now that we got all that stuff figured out and we in our 30s, I think now it's more about,
we have the clarity.
Yeah.
And now we feel like it's time that we can share that with the rest of the world. And honestly, I mean, you said we got it all figured out. We got that figured out, parenthood. We do not have it all figured out by any means, but that's what this podcast is about. Let's figure this shit out together. Yeah. Literally. Let's just,
I think in your 30s is really in a spot where like, you done figured some stuff out, and now you're trying to apply everything that you've been trying to figure out all this time.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can all figure this out together.
And if not, we gonna wing it and act like we got it figured out, and that's okay too.
Sometimes
and it be like
fake
that
it till
sometimes.
you make it.
Man. And that's what we've been doing this whole time. So until now, when we have, the real.
Now it's all put together.
Literally. And you can see it in the effort that we put together for this. And thank y'all for watching. Like and subscribe. Find us anywhere you get your podcasts.
Yeah, everything should be linked down below if it's not already. If it's topics that y'all want us to talk about the 90s, put it in the comment section. We obviously gonna have some dope stuff for y'all, but let us know what y'all think.